Toy Story 5 is here, but should you be near to your cinema? Should you go give your money to Pixar? Should you see what they have to say with the latest Toy Story? Is it a girl movie? Is it woke? We've got all the news you need to know, and it's on the way with an honest review, spoiler-free, right now. Hello, folks. Hello, friends. Welcome back yet again. It's another fantastic day to talk about entertainment. Keeping you into the culture curve is what we do. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming to you live straight out of the theater. The thing is blurry. People are getting out all around us. In the cinemas, maybe somebody will look through the window. You never know what might happen. It's a scorcher here in Florida. And folks, smash that like button. We've got a very hot review coming to you. Now, have you been excited about Toy Story? Have you been looking forward to this with a glee, with a zeal? Folks, I'm here to tell you that this is going to be a very controversial review, and I'm here to tell you that all of the reviews after people see this movie are going to be controversial because this is a controversial film. How controversial is it? Well, let's just say that this is a Toy Story movie that features Buzz and Woody, but not very much. There were rumors going into this film that this was a movie that was a girl boss movie. I'm here to tell you, people are going to disagree. They're going to, they're going to have opinions about this, but it's definitely a girl movie. In fact, Woody and Buzz, the protagonists from the first 3 and 4 films, are in this movie, I would say, 20% of the time. And Woody, at least, does basically nothing in the entire movie. There is no change whatsoever based on Woody being there or not being there. Woody does nothing. He's just a tag-along. And so the rumors that were out there before that maybe Woody was not even in the first script version of this film, likely true now. Likely true. Woody is absolutely worthless. And when it comes to Buzz Lightyear, Buzz's entire reason for being in the film is he wants to get married. Now, I'm not going to go into spoilers, but that's the whole thing he's about. And sure, we get some little Minions kind of stuff with all of these high-tech Buzz Lightyears of the B story. But the bottom line is, Buzz and Woody, they're ancillary characters. Speaking of ancillary, the characters that you know and love from Andy's toy room, his bedroom, we're talking about Rex and Pam and Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head, Slinky Dog. They get like a line or two in the first act, and that's it. They're gone too. This is a movie that is entirely, totally about Jessie the cowgirl, and she's got 80% of this. The movie itself is about girls, how girls play with toys, how girls interface with technology, the meanness of girls in technology, and I guess at the end of the day, how hard it is to make friends for girls in this new era. Now, I'm going to review this movie as a standalone film, and I'm going to review this movie for what it is, which is a girls' movie. Some of you are not going to like that. Some of you are going to say, bro, I want you to review it for the woke thing that it is. And, well, I'm going to review it as its own thing, but I just want everybody to understand the reason people are going to hate this film, and some people are really, really going to hate it, is because it doesn't feel much like a Toy Story movie if you're going in expecting Woody and Buzz and the typical formula for these films. But if you go in understanding that what you're actually getting is something more akin to a film that Greta Gerwig would give you, well, you might come away saying, yeah, I can see why Bro gave the review. I was sitting next to a young lady in the theater, not someone that I know, a stranger, although I don't know if she's strange or not. But she was boo-hooing. She was crying. She was sobbing at one of the emotional hooks of the film, which I felt was pretty darn manufactured and rather silly. In fact, I think when you get to that point, and again, no spoilers, if you just say, well, what would have happened if Andy had done this? If Andy had acted this way in regards to Woody or Buzz, would I be having the same emotional reaction? And I think in reality, you'd probably say, man, Andy's a little weird. Got an over-attachment here. But for Jessie, all of the girls in the theater practically were sobbing. They were boo-hooing. They were crying, especially this young lady next to me. She's wiping rolling tears from her face. So I recognize that there are going to be a lot of ladies who really, really love this movie. But I also recognize this will be polarizing because it probably does not connect with men, especially masculine men, in the same way. There's a lot of crying in this film. There's a lot of little girls being very sad. I would even say depressed. And there's a lot of Jessie questioning her value as a toy, because in this movie and in this world, the toys actually are not simply toys. the way that you have seen in Toy Story 1, 2, 3, and we don't like 4, so let's just not go there. In Toy Story 5, the toys, well, the ones who have not been ostracized by tech and are living in little Tristram-style Diablo camps all over the world. And by the way, what a horrible existence, because they don't need food or water. They just live. Can you imagine being a toy buried alive, considering they can't die? But they all live in exile. But the toys that remain in the households, they now act more like little therapists or counselors. These toys are actually sending messages, emails on behalf of the kids that they are played with to try to set up play dates and manufacture relationships. I don't know how they don't get caught at this point. This is way, way outside of what we had in Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, where the toys are essentially playthings who enjoy being played with, and they face an existential crisis. In fact, if you look at Toy Stories 1, 2, and 3, they're just exceeding themes of existentialism, right? In Toy Story 1, Woody deals with the existential crisis of Andy moving on from him to another toy. In Toy Story 2, Woody deals with the existential crisis that all toys eventually are passed off, and you could have an eternal semi-paradise, but it's fake and it's phony. It's not the same as being played with a real kid. So do you want a temporary paradise over a permanent purgatory? That's not all terrible. And then the third one is actually, what if all toys are going to be destroyed one day and we're going to be thrown in a dumpster and we're going to be, is it still worth it to love a child? And those are the existential crises of the first 3 Toy Story films. Forget the 4th because it inverts everything and we hate it. You do too. And everybody admits it now. Toy Story 5, on the other hand, is about technology, and it's about Jessie figuring out if she has real value because she doesn't seem to be having the kind of therapeutic effect on her child that she wanted to have. There's a lot here, and there are way, way, way too many characters, like triple or quadruple the number of characters that we need, and there are different characters in different acts. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, this is a movie that's about girls and girl things. Can guys enjoy that? Yes. Will guys enjoy it if they go in thinking, hey, I'm getting a Woody and Buzz story? Probably not. Probably not. Is it woke? Well, the act of making the film be an inversion of the boy brand to a girl brand, that's probably woke, but the movie itself is just a girl movie. Now, women are probably going to say this is a 9 out of 10. I don't. And guys are going to hate this thing and give it like a 3 out of 10. And I won't. What I will tell you is, I think it's meh. I think it's just okay. I think it's probably 6.5 or 7. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's nothing like the first 3. I think the first 3 Toy Story films are like one of the greatest trilogies ever. And I think this is it's just decent. And that's really where we are with Pixar and Disney, and it's just decent. Frankly, I would have liked a movie where the toys get given back to like Andy's kid or something. And I think that's the way this thing needs to end, and I think it also needs to end. And the reason I think it needs to end is not only is it a strange, bizarre inversion of a film, but it's also, well, it's very obvious, at least, that some of these characters, the actors who play them, are aging out. And losing some of the iconic voices and having them replaced with not great replacements, not working out either. I'll give Tom Hanks credit for the tiny amount of time he's in the movie. His voice sounds good. I don't know if he has 10 or 15 lines as Woody, but it's not much. And I'll give Tim Allen credit. He does a great job with what he's given. But Joan Cusack as Jessie the Cowgirl, this is her movie. This is 80% Jessie the Cowgirl. And she can't help it. She can't help it. She sounds really, really old. And it's odd. So, folks, that's the story for today. That's what we've got going on. Happy to bring it your way. Folks, click a like button, share this out, subscribe. And this is what we've got this time. We're giving Toy Story 5 a 7 out of 10. But again, guys, you're probably not going to like it. This is for the girls. Good or bad, whatever you might think about that. It's a girl movie. Toy Story 5. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.